It is 6:46 now. Look at this. Wow, what a look at downtown Tallahassee. It's almost artistic.
Almost artistic.
That's what
but
I'll
not
go
quite.
with. Not quite, you know.
It's kind of mysterious looking.
Right? It's got a little spooky to it.
It almost has
Yeah.
a Harry Potterish kind of look to it.
Dum dum dum.
Not quite Halloween looking yet, though.
Not quite. And it's sure not feeling that way.
No.
You were saying
Yeah, so put
walking
the
out the
pumpkin
door.
spice lattes away, by the way.
Really hot walking out the
It
door.
was this
Yeah.
morning. I thought, I'm like, is it 90 degrees already at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Way up in the 70s,
Sheesh.
and it's going to get way up in the 90s this afternoon. So think cool thoughts. We've got plenty of hot summer-like out there, but not humid. So we've got that working in our favor. And yeah, a lot of the talk is still what's going on with Dorian moving away from our part of the Southeast. Going to be an issue for the Carolinas, and what that's going to do for us is take whatever left clouds are behind it and help to funnel in more dry air. Sometimes it brings in cooler air, but there's got to be cooler air upstream to bring in. Instead, there isn't. So we just get sunny, we get dry, and that's going to lead to awfully hot in the afternoons. And it's pretty hot out there this morning. I mean, for where you'd expect temperatures to be in the morning here now after Labor Day. It's 76 in Valdosta. We're at 77. Tallahassee, Thomasville, one of our cooler spots at 73. Nobody in the 60s this morning. I do think there's a better chance to get into the 60s tomorrow morning. But look at St. Mark's and Carabel. We're at 79 this morning. We've got a little bit of a breeze from the west and northwest. It's going to be mainly from northwest and north today. I don't think we'll call it breezy, but you'll notice the breeze at times. Even up towards Savannah, by the way, closer to where Dorian is today, like we saw yesterday for Jacksonville. Not talking about those really high sustained winds on land. Most of them are offshore, but coastal areas going to take quite a bit of wind and rain, especially for South and North Carolina over the next 24 hours. We'll talk about our dew points. These are a little bit lower today than they've been, and this gives us that idea that we can see the overnight temperature slide back into the 60s if we can get a little bit of help, and I do think tomorrow morning a better chance for that. The more that Dorian moves off to the north and eventually northeast, the more we bring in this drier air. And for the next couple of days, that's what we're looking at, but our daytime highs are going to really climb. Let's talk about the hurricane. You can see that eye a little bit more clearly this morning. Yesterday, it was a little bit more spiral, a little bit more opened up. Today, a little bit more tightly wrapped, a little bit more concise, and there are some pretty significant rain bands circulating around it. The leading edge of that center is still about 50 miles away from Charleston. So while some of those stronger winds and heavier rains are making it up over land, and the coast is really going to take a beating from this, the most serious weather is still going to be east of the center, not west. So that's maybe one of the saving graces. But the Carolinas are in for a long day today. I see 4 other areas circled out here, and that's not even including Fernand, which is falling apart over Mexico. This one in orange needs a little help to develop. This one in white, same story, but we'll keep our eyes on both of them. Over here, coming off the coast of Africa, we've got this one in yellow. It's got a small chance for development. And then there's Gabrielle, our tropical storm, which is not super impressive looking, but it's there, and we'll watch over the next couple of days and see how strong this gets. It's currently a tropical storm with 50-mile-per-hour sustained winds. It is going to be on one of those paths that we like to see these tropical systems take over the open waters of the Atlantic, not near any land areas. So yes, we'll watch it and we'll follow it, but no worries from it. The big story is still going to be Dorian, which will continue to bring impacts up and down the entire east coast of North America. Today, it's the Carolinas, north of there tomorrow. On the Gulf today, winds out of the west and northwest, 12 to 22, seas 2 to 5 feet. Here come the tide times. We'll finish up the high tides a little before 8 o'clock this morning. Most of us in the 70s and climbing into the 80s quickly today. Mostly sunny skies, lots of sunshine. It will get hot, but not humid. That September hot I talk about. But 96 or 97 degrees doesn't have to be humid. That's uncomfortable. Up near 70 overnight tonight. I do think we've got chances to dip into the upper 60s. It's a start. But the next few mornings might be the coolest parts of the day. Maybe the next few evenings when the sun sets, it'll cool off in a hurry. But it's not going to get cool. It's just going to get less hot. Look at all those 97s for the next few days. Maybe even get a little warmer in a few spots. And I think that's going to last into the upcoming weekend. Rain chances at a minimum, probably into early next week. So nothing going to come and help give us some relief from this heat. So think cool thoughts. We've got lots of hot coming.